guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Allison Smith, master esthetician, spa owner, and also a mom. So very many different hats. But on today's episode, I want to talk about how you can file your own LLC. Okay, so I want to share with you a few tips on how to file your own LLC, which is going to be very low cost. You don't have to hire a lawyer, you don't have to hire an agency. These are just the steps you need to follow, and if you follow them, you will able to get your LLC. But while I have you here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. All right, guys, so step one, the most important step, okay, is choosing the name for your business. This is so important because you want to make sure the name is available. You want to make sure the domain is available. You want to also make sure that this is a name you're going to keep for a very long time. If not, you're going to have to do something called a DBA. But your business name is what your clients is going to know you as. Okay, so you want to select the name, make sure the name is available. There's some website that you can go on to make sure that the name is available, right? And it's called Shopify Business Name. You can go on that. There's other website now. You even have ChatGPT that can give you some recommendations on spa names, right? So if you know how to use ChatGPT, just jump in there. All right, guys, so step two, okay? Step two is you have to choose a registered agent. What is a registered agent? A registered agent is someone who's going to receive all legal documents on your behalf of the LLC, okay? So what is the requirement? The requirement for a registered agent is they must have the address that is the same address as where the LLC will be registering. So say for instance, you are registering your LLC in New Jersey, that means the agent has to have a physical address in New Jersey, okay? If they are registering in New York, that's the same thing. They need to have a physical address in New York. Now, here's an option. You can be your own registered agent, but what I don't recommend is you put in your address as the registered agent, right? Your personal home address. Because remember, this is going to be public and you don't want anyone to have your physical home address. What you can do is if you do have your store location already or your spa location already, or even if you're a solo esthetician, you have a suite, you can put your LLC to be that physical address. You can use that, okay? So that's an option. So the purpose of a registered agent is to make sure they have somewhere to send all legal document pertaining to your LLC. You can also hire, a service company as well. But given that, you are doing this, filing your LLC on your own, ways to save money is to be your own agent. All right. So that's step two, guys. All right, guys, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Who's ready to step three? Okay, so step three is filing your article of organization. That's your LLC. That's it. So you needed step one, you needed step two, you did step one, the name is available. You got your registered agent. That's what you need. Let's go and file your LLC, okay? Your article of organization. So go to the website, fill out all the information. Business name is going to ask you to check the availability. You're going to check the availability. You go into next, start filling out all the information. It's going to be a domestic, not an international, a domestic LLC. You're going to file. All right, guys. So we are at fourth quarter, okay, which is step four. We had fourth quarter, step four. Step four is kind of optional, okay? This mostly applies to people who have a partnership in the LLC, right? And this one, step four is called operational agreement, okay? And what that does is if there are two members, I'm going to give for example, if there are two members in your LLC, you have to decide how many shares this person owns, like what percentage of the LLC belongs to them, okay? It talks about how much money they put up. their role, can they vote, okay, and what the title is, okay. Are they a member, or they CEO at 50% membership, or they are just a secretary at 20%. So that's what the operational agreement is. Once again, this is optional in some states, but if you are a member LLC, okay, you want to make sure you write this out for documentation purposes. So that's step 4, guys. At step 5, and guess what? Step 5 is about your EIN number, okay? And what is your EIN number? Your EIN number is your employee identification number. And what is the purpose of having an EIN number? You need your EIN number because it's like your social security for your business, okay? So with your EIN number, you are able to open a bank account in the business name. You need it in order to hire employees, so you can pay workers' comp, social security, and so forth. You use it to collect taxes, sales taxes, so you can pay your sales taxes, and also for your income taxes, okay? So just know this, a few taxes you have to pay at having an LLC, okay? So that's step 5. Make sure you get your EIN number and file your taxes. Okay, we are at step 6, and step 6 is you have to register your business with the local state, okay? And what do you need in order to do so? You're going to need your EIN number, and you're going to need your article of organization, which is your LLC. So LLC, aka article of organization, or EIN number to register your business. When you do that, you're going to get something called a sales certificate, retail sales certificate. Step 7, and step 7 is opening your business account. So please do not mix business with pleasure. What I'm saying is, do not spend personal stuff on your business account and vice versa. Okay, don't mix it up. Business is for business, personal is for personal. And you want to make sure if you do use anything on your business account for personal, and for it to be, you can write it off, you want to make sure you check with your accountant, okay? So what you need in order to open your business account, you are going to need 2 things for your business: your EIN number and your article of organization. If you had a certified copy, I recommend you take the certified copy. They're also going to check with your bank what are the documents you're going to need, which I think you're going to need your social security, your ID, and the address of where the business is going to be located, right? But the 2 more important paperwork that you need to open your bank account would be your article of organization and your EIN number. All right, we almost to the end. All right, step 8, right? When opening your LLC, you want to make sure that you are in compliance, okay? So some LLC require you to file a binary report or a report at the end of the year to make sure that the LLC is still active. So you want to make sure that you're looking into that, okay? If you are a licensed esthetician, you want to make sure that you have your esthetician license. If you are in a spa, you plan on hiring other people, you want to make sure that they have their license. So for instance, if you have a massage therapist, you're not a massage therapist unless you have dual licenseship, then you need your massage therapist to have their license, and you must have it on premises. If you have other esthetician with you, they also need their license as well, and they also need, if they are doing any peels, you need to make sure that they are insured and they have a liability insurance to do peels, okay, in case they burn someone. All right, and the last thing when it comes to your LLC is you want to start your marketing and branding. So now you want to get your logo created, okay? This is not really part of your LLC, but I'm just adding this in where branding start now, okay? You want to create a logo, a branding color. Some people even go so far as get like the font that they want to use, which is like the font size and the font type, right? Or the font style. So all of this is about branding, right? And want to make sure that you stay compliant. Make sure everyone's license is up to date and so forth. Just a disclaimer, guys, I am not a lawyer. So, but these are the steps that I took to file my LLC because I had little to no funding and I had to figure out stuff on my own. So please, I am not a lawyer. That's my disclaimer. If you need to speak with a lawyer, you should do so if you have a lawyer, okay? And if you have the fund to file your own LLC, have a lawyer do so, all right? So thank you guys for watching my channel again. And these are the steps I took to get my LLC on my own. But while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? Also, my free community for you estheticians, if you need my help with filing your LLC, come into the free community. You can ask me questions there, and you will have direct connection with me, okay? The link for my community is below, okay? I have classes there as well. Just come on in. It's a group of, you know, estheticians just like you. They are on different level. You have senior estheticians, you have solo estheticians, and you also have new startup esthetician who needs more hands-on experience or more, you know, more knowledge in the industry. So we are a group of estheticians who is waiting to help you, to connect with you. All right, see you soon. Bye.